let's talk about that. It says that since 1999, the amount of prescription drugs prescribed and sold in the United States has nearly quadrupled, yet there has not been an overall change in the amount of pain that Americans report. We're taking drugs that don't do a damn thing. They don't do anything for us. Like all this Adderall that we have, and we still have anxiety. All the Xanax that we take, we still have anxiety, and we take more Xanax, and all it does is numb what we're doing, because we still feel it no matter what. So that's exactly what you're saying. Overprescribing leads to more abuse and more overdose deaths.
It goes back to my point about it not being an epidemic.
That is an epidemic.
No, listen, y'all not listening to me. Y'all just stating it as an epidemic just based on
the
system. Because this is what I'm saying. Hold on, let me finish. Like, just what you said in terms of using it and taking it to make something go away, but it not making it go away because it's continually still there. You taking it in an attempt to make it go away. Again, that's a choice and a decision. For the people that take it unprescribed for the thrill or whatever, that's a decision. Now, the leading to getting addicted to it is from the habit building and the consistency of putting it into your system and choosing to take it into your system.
Or like 2 weeks to form a habit. You gotta choose that.
But that's not an epidemic though.
That is okay. The epidemic is the cause of concern for when there's a lot of numbers.
It's called.
That's what creates an epidemic when there's a whole bunch of numbers.
An epidemic though, because at the end of the day, crack was called a crack epidemic, but crack was definitely a planned system.
So every day,
the prescription drug system, the way that it is presently set up, is also, we're not even talking about how predatory it is. You mentioned overprescribing.
Yeah,
they overprescribe as well, just to regular people, to people's grandmothers, to people's sons and daughters, for things like ADHD and all of this stuff, to keep all of these kids onto these things. Part of what comes from that is when you putting kids at a young age on Ritalin and shit. So as they grow older, also they have access to these drugs and then they need these drugs. That's also what builds it. That's why I'm saying it's not an epidemic as much as it's a planned out system that is currently going wrong, because now it's negatively affecting white people, which is probably the whole thing that we was going to get around
100%. Yeah, when it affects white people, they put a label on it.
Because crack was a war. It was crack because remember, it was the war on cocaine. It wasn't the crack epidemic.
That's a very good point that you bring up. That's why I really wanted to bring up that 80s crack war versus the 2000s opioid epidemic, because it's the same shit. Like, it's literally the same things, but the government decides to put different labels when it comes to white people.
A predatory system that
at the same time
possibly went right.
The way, like, the word is still, like, I think we should, no matter what, I think we can call it the crack epidemic of the 80s. We shouldn't.
It's an epidemic from my personal view on it. I just don't look at it as an epidemic based on we all understand a variety of different things about different systems and stuff in this world. So based on what I understand about it, that's just what I classify it and call it. But for all intents and purposes, even with the definition of epidemic, it fits exactly what this is. So don't think that I'm disagreeing with from that aspect.
I bet.
At the end of the day, I don't want to hold us up and like keep us talking on it being an epidemic. At the end of the day, it is, because expecting a wide amount of people, something continually growing, almost uncontrollably, is part of what the definition of epidemic is. And it is definitely there, but
it's growing.
I think
because of our pop culture.
That's what I was about to say.
All we do, is look up to the people in the pop culture.
Glorification of drug abuse and drug use in the culture. From
everybody who's taking drugs are getting women are getting money. Like, if you're like, we're seeing you getting money taking drugs, so people want to like, we're millennials, so we want to live a lifestyle where we can do what we want and get money. And so as millennials, we're more I guess sensitive to, or impressionable to seeing somebody live their lifestyle, get money, do drugs, and you're like, man, I don't want to do that, bro. Like, I'm about to start doing what they do. I'm about to start doing drugs, living my lifestyle, drop out of college, become a rap star, do all these things.
Because
but you start becoming zanned out now. Now you're no longer a human being.
To the music, and they're not listening to what they're saying. We all listen. We all make music. We all listen to music and shit like that. Everybody listens different. We spend time around each other. I think at times I may have done it around y'all when I like really will point out specific lyrics that I hear. One of the things that goes into that that's really interesting is it's talked about as a usage and in a way to put away some of the pain from being in the streets and having to kill and murder and all of these stuff that all these dudes say that they do it, right? What's interesting on the other side is you said that impressionableness that comes with it, and it's this, well, this dude getting money, I like him, he tight, he popular, this is Future, this is Lil such and such, he's saying he on these ends and he offer this stuff, well, that shit tight, so I'm with that shit too, I gotta do that. I'm drinking lean, I don't even know why I'm drinking lean, and then, you know, the excuses is, well, you give whatever excuse that the rapper gives, it's whatever, like, it's not that, it's not a thing, it's just, you know, I'm just doing it for whatever, when in reality, you're doing it because you're following. Which is one of the biggest things, like, even within how, I think what you read, I think one of the more interesting things is talking about the unprescribed use and taking it for the thrill. How many people did really just take all of this stuff just for the thrill? Which is a dangerous precedent.
Before we get back to, I guess, because I really do want to finish talk about the people on Harvey Weinstein. Well, I'm gonna cut it up. So this is gonna be paused. I'm gonna be cutting it up and shit like that.
Yeah, we're gonna be cutting this.
But yeah, I want to put out this number. Every day in the United States, 44 people die as a result of prescription opioid overdose. Among people 25 to 65 years old, drug overdose caused more deaths than motor vehicle traffic crashes.
See, but that's the thing, though. It's a very inflated number based off the number and range of people that are in there because the thing is some people are dying off of. Some people are dying in there and they're categorized inside of these numbers and stuff like that. But they like people, parents and stuff like that who may just be sick and they taking these drugs and they dying.
Yeah, but
I think it's interesting. I'm just saying, just off hearing stat. That's just interesting.
Yeah. Another stat. Deaths from prescription drugs have also quadrupled since 1999, killing more than 16,000 people in the United States in 2013. 16,000 people from overdose. Now we can look at overdose as a form of suicide too.
See,
I mean, that's because isn't that they were trying to call Lil Peep as being mentally challenged, or I'm sorry, not mentally ill.
Because he was depressed.
Yeah, that's a mental illness. That's a mental illness nowadays. Supposedly,
that shit as a,
yeah.
They probably are doing that, but
no, they call depression a mental illness.
I mean, it's not mentally healthy.
Yeah, depression isn't mentally healthy. But is it an illness per se?
I don't think so.
I mean, I get what you're trying to say because it kind of like downplays the actual mental illnesses out there. Like,
exactly.
That's like real deal, but it's like we can't belittle that. Like we got degrees for stuff for like a reason. Like it's different. We got rankings for stuff and like it's mental illness is on like a lower scale. You know,
but I feel like one of the things
that like people,
you can't. From it. Yeah, a lot for real. Like,
but one of the
you
things
really can't. But
depression
at the same time, you have people faking being depressed.
See, that's what I'm about to say. You have depression is one of them things where people really jump into being depressed based off of a feel and what is going on with other people. People, man, I done seen it.
You have people who just automatically call themselves depressed.
People was depressed because he died when in reality they
don't
really straight
care at all, bro. But they're just saying like, "Oh, I'm so depressed."
Because it fit the narrative, it fit the tweets, it fit the post.
People, not every single one of us. Some people.
No, not every single one of them.
Oh no, a lot of people are out there lonely. Like I truly believe, like
because
that Logic song is one of my favorite songs, like right now.
Which one?
I mean, I haven't heard it in a long time. It's overplayed on the radio. That one, the Suicide Hotline song. Never knew the Suicide Hotline before that. I know it now. 1-800-273-8255. It's everywhere, bro. Like it's everywhere. But anyway, I'm never gonna call that number. Hopefully not.
But see, I think this is a product of our social media world, in a world that shows everybody your business. That shows everybody your business. So, you know, when you put in everything out there to get the reaction back in return and to get the validation back in return, when it's not nobody there to listen because you're not getting no responses back in return, like, folks is really checking out. And then plus, you know how mean social media is as well, right? That feeds into it. You got plenty of people dying based off of that. And how it's just magnified. It's magnified with that.
You cannot
social media is magnified.
Social media, though.
You said what?
It's possible to have a positive social media. They don't have to be negative.
I mean, it's positive. Honestly, but I would say that like, yeah, I don't know.
It's super hard because somebody's always going to take being too positive as being a negative, like no matter what.
I know, but you can.
Everybody got a hater out there on social.
You can turn the comments off. Like,
but they just getting this stuff now though. They just getting this stuff. The turning the comments off is new. Back in the MySpace days, you can turn nothing off.
Still block somebody.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At the same time, but people can already make another. I can promise you, people always can make another account.
You can block that same account.